Pisha to datri 2011 شاريلي أسيريا تيفي بفروسيفي وموزا بناو هاوي أسيريا تيفي أوقولو حيرو وأوقولو شاريو دوعا موسريو ببريثو وأوني شد أسيريا تيفي دماحت فرجونو بوفوكوس ودنوقل الطيبة وشوشو تتكون بين دوعا ميذن لبريثو كولا لجن أسيريا تيفت قدر مداوم بوف الحونيذي قلو زملي إم عذرون ثثخو إذا كورحميتو أو شغلت أسيريا تيفي وكو حزيتو إيل صويثت أسيريا تيفي بو حقلو دي ميديا مفصوحينا ساقيد معضريتو أسيريا تيفي درب مشحل في كبخ معضريتو أسيريا تيفي كبخو هويتو هادومي بو فيسبوك مليون زوزة ناعيمة أو إنقلد رحميتو دهويتو هادومي بو يوتيوب تاموستب مليون زوزة ناعيمة كبعيتو دهوال خميديا كتلة قولو حيرو ودلتيو ما صرتو عم قابش وتوسي توكوسي وأوعيتا ووثي مقوايو أسيريا تيفي مقوايو وقولتخو بميديا
Dear viewers, we are having now with me Professor Efrem Yildiz, who is the creator of the Nineveh Chair here in Salamanca, in the University of Salamanca. And we would like to ask him some detailed questions about the Nineveh course for all who are interested to study Assyrian history, language, and identity, and for them to know what is expected from them. Dear Professor Efrem Yildiz, can you tell us what are the conditions for the study of the Nineveh chair, such as is there a numerus clausus or E-level?
First of all, هاي تراورا بسمتا الآدي برسدي وتنطالن أتأخذن ميدخو برسخل أخيت العمديا ميغوادا بأرخد كرسد نينوي أد ملب ومقيم ومجميرة ككرد آتر. So I'm very happy and thankful to Assyria TV that is covering the sessions. And in relations to your question, I would love to make a short introduction why Nineveh Chair and how did it come that Nineveh Chair has been founded and created here. At about 28 years, I started this project at the University of Salamanca. First, we achieved a big goal where we have a whole degree in Hebrew and Aramaic studies, of which at least 45% of the contents belong to our language, history, and culture. Then after an experience of at about 10-12 years, I saw the occasion and the moment to go the second path where we are going, or we were supposed to go, to focus on what we have to do in relation to a direct patrimony, linguistic, historical, and cultural one. This is why the Nineveh Chair, or the aim of Nineveh Chair, and the goals of the Nineveh Chair is to train for the next 10 years, at least 10 years, an average of my dream are 100, but at least 60 Assyrian talents in language, history, and literature, and to send them as the ambassadors, as I would say even national apostles, to start teaching, researching in those places where there is a big Assyrian community and a university center. So
You want to ensure the Assyrian future.
it's not only me, this is a whole group. I have started it, but it's a whole Assyrian scholar group that has decided to push for such an important task, because without education there is no chance to achieve the goals we are fighting for. This is why the Nineveh Chair, that on one side is focusing on research, where we have three, let's say, branches to work on: language, history, and literature, where we have at least 27 Assyrian scholars who will be engaged in such tasks. Then second one is to focus on providing the Assyrian talents with scholarships, and that depend on the Assyrian community to put in value such initiatives. So we need absolutely financial support in order to give the scholarships to those Assyrians who want to be trained and then sent to those centers. When I tell to be sent, it means they will be sent with guarantees. They will have their job there. We will prepare the ground before they arrive at the PhD level in order to start immediately using those knowledge or academic experience they have had for the purpose of cultivating the Assyrian language, the Assyrian history and culture. Third part are transmitting, spreading the learning process of our Assyrian language through online courses. We are going to launch probably in few months the first two courses, which will be beginner and advanced course. And there we have also experts in language. One of them is, for example, Dr. Nicholas Algido, who will for sure be one of those who will start such activities. And then congresses that allow not only to the Assyrian community, but also to the foreigners to spread and to focus on how big and how beautiful and how profound is our legacy. So, but these congresses are not going to be only congresses and then nothing will come out. In the next, in the third, let's say, Congress, hopefully it will take place in 2024, 2 volumes, the first volume and the second, will cover this first and second session of Nineveh Academic International Congress.
And how long is the study, and what degree do the students earn after that?
Yeah, it's an official degree. It's in the frame of the European higher education systems, so it's not a private issue. It's the degree in Hebrew and Aramaic studies, which will allow them then to have the access to the master. We have even courses in the European masters where the Assyrian language and tradition is taught. Was the new alliance masters. And then, of course, this will allow them to start with the PhD, which is my final goal. We have to train our new generation at the PhD level. We have to become conscious of a necessity. They must be and become experts in language, history, and literature, so we can build the Assyrian legacy as it deserves.
And is the program open to everyone, regardless of the age? or has to be young
It's open.
students?
Even now, I do have 2 PhD Assyrian students who are over 45. So, and I have one who is about 30. Of course, my aim is to focus on the new Assyrian generation, which means that if you have a young Assyrian talent, whether she or he, I don't mind, then you have better chances to look for even longer, because we have to create school. And creating school can be done by young and less young people as well, but we have to focus especially on the Assyrian new generation. This is our final goal, to ensure a continuity, to ensure a stability as well. And everybody is invited to study, because this is the way where we can start really building Assyria from beneath.
In which languages will be the Nineveh chair?
The Nineveh chair is just an instrument. Okay,
Yeah.
The system we have here, it depends whether the student is going to start from the beginning, the first academic year, where they have to learn Spanish. But also we have the master possibilities in English and Spanish, and the doctoral level we have. I have now PhD students who are doing their PhD in English, in Spanish, in Surat or Surait. So at the doctoral level, we have much more possibilities. Indeed, there will be, for the first time in the history, after so many centuries, a first PhD totally written in modern Assyrian language.
That's something unique. That's something beautiful. Yeah, for us.
It's not a question of only beautiful, of course. It's beautiful, but it's also necessary. If you want to cultivate your legacy, you must also focus on your language. And language is the main mean and the most important mean, especially for us. We are in diaspora and also in Ashur. And our people,
What is for you, Ashur?
is what you call southeast of Turkey, northern Iraq, northwest of Syria, and northeast of Syria and northwest of Iran. This is the Assyrian territory, and for me it will be forever called Assyria. And we have to learn to call it Assyria, because it's Assyrian land. Even it's divided into different now countries, but we have to believe that it is, and to be convinced that it is an Assyrian land. So Assyria, for me, we will start from Nineveh, of course. This is probably our best occasion, but also Tur-Abdin, Hadyab, and so on will be part of it. Urmi, I would love to have it in. Qamishli must be in. So these are our historical territory, and we should be proud of it, and we should also be convinced that it's Assyrian territory. That's why I call it Assyria.
Professor Efrem Yildiz, how many teachers are involved?
At the university now we are 4 professors, so we have created school. As you have seen, she started with me, and now she's my colleague, and there's another one who will finish this year and who is excellent. I have another colleague who gives biblical Aramaic, and we are now here only 4. But the beauty of this project is that all the Assyrian experts, those who I have contacted, they were generous and decided to contribute and to cooperate. This is for me one of the best gifts that Nineveh Chair can have. So we have our Assyrian scholars from the United States, from Australia, from Europe, of course from Ashur as well, who are willing to participate because they believe really in such a project. So this is what is for me probably one of the best achievements, that we are learning to work in a collective way, which I call si'tana'id. And this is probably the best gift we have.
You mentioned that actually, you need sponsors. So
Yeah.
my question is, what are the costs for the students, such as the university contribution or living expenses here in Salamanca?
Well, we have made an endowment for each, let's say, each student that will, depending on when they will start. If they start with a degree, we have 4 years, with including tuition fees, hosting, travels, and so
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
A student will need at least between 18 and 20,000 euros per year. He must be hosted, he must be fed, or she must be fed, and so on. And this is what we can, a 4 year, you can then calculate. For the doctor level is less because they don't need to be the whole time here. So it's less,
Shorter.
yeah. But they will need to participate in congresses. They need to make their research in different libraries where we will need. So it's less. But at least a student, in order to have him or her here without any, awareness, what I'm going to eat, where I'm going to be hosted, what must I also wear, or what books must I buy, with 18,000 euros per year, a student can live well. And I won't have them in this way in order to be concentrated upon what is their mission, being trained as they deserve, as the Assyrian nation deserves. And this is going to be, let's say, the mission of the Nineveh chair.
So my last question will be, it has been now 1 year since the establishment of this Nineveh chair, and how's the development going on? How many registration has been made?
No, the Nineveh chair has been created officially in 2020, but then COVID came and we couldn't do our activities as we were supposed to. So last year it was the first Congress of Nineveh chair that we started. And what we have really achieved is, first of all, now continuing with such activities like this second International Congress, where one of the main, let's say, novelty of this year is the identity issue, for example. But language and history will be always two important pillars of our activities, because this is our goal in order to cultivate, to develop, to research, and of course to protect our linguistic and historical patrimony, but on behalf of the Assyrian communities. So we are progressing. We could
need time.
We could have progressed faster. But I don't know, the Assyrian people, probably I haven't been diligent enough to explain them the necessity of investing. I'm not begging, I'm asking to invest in Nineveh chair in order to train the Assyrian generation, for example. So, but I'm confident and I'm sure that gradually we'll get it. Today, seeing more than 70 people here, it's a good sign. We started with a small group, and our beloved Dikran was here, and so it is now registering, so you don't see him. But we are increasing. This is the way. There is no other chance to do a project if you don't see the increasing process in different fields. And this is, for me, probably one of the main satisfaction that you could feel and prove for this big and wonderful project, which is Assyria.
Professor Efrem Yildiz, thank you so much for this interview. We are appreciating you so much, and we are very proud to be here with you and wishing you much success. And what are your last words for the Assyrian people nation? They are now hearing you.
Always the same question is my last words are first of all of thanksgiving for those who are supporting us to do a good job, but especially few words حبة وحياذا وتفاقوتا وبالخونة سيعتانايد بين الدغداد, which means love, unity and collective work. If we do that, then Assyria will become a reality. This is my wish for my people. This is also our struggle for such a beautiful project, and this is what Assyria need. So how تنرابر بالسيمة أوبايت تراب السمتر بالخونة أوبايت ما هي دبت بواذا النقايلة اد عمديا راعش بيسني قوتا اد بلخخ مقدادي اد ميقرخ لخدادي واد خازخ ومكبشخ كل جب بريش لخدادي.
Thank you.
Hey,